teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
Mike, I remember the first time I watched one of his college games, and I was blown away. I mean, the accuracy. That ball looks like it's jumping out of his hand. He is physically talented. He's mature. He's played a lot of football. He has overcome a lot of adversity, man. That is a formula for success in the NFL. He might have to wait a little bit to find his time, but the more opportunities he gets like here in this one, I think he has a bright future.
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
And this is what happens when you can pair a really good pass rush with a really stingy secondary. Marrying the two together, not only to change his launch point, but not give the quarterback anywhere to go with the ball.
Now, deep ball for London. And he's in. Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta. They find the end zone here on the opening drive, and Greg, they're able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes D. Eskridge on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
He'll tuck it and take off. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Tua now on 1st down. Finds the open man, Braxton Berrios. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A shotgun snap for Tua. Into the hands of Berrios. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball...
He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed. So give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy. And this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up.
It's almost like the defense knew the back was getting the ball there, because from the moment the ball was snapped, there was a defender all over him, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
So on 4th down, it's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Falcons offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Penix. Going for it all. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
This just kills you as a defensive coordinator. Here you are thinking you're going to get a 3 and out, get off the field, pick up some momentum for your team, and you allow the quarterback to get loose with his legs, and he's able to pick up just enough on 3rd down to convert, and now you got to go back out and defend a fresh set of downs.
Off-balance throw, it's complete, and he's taken down up past the 35.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. We're going to go play action with Penix. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You had a chance to talk with the defensive coordinator. He said they stressed all week to their pass rush. Flush the quarterback to his right. As a lefty, that's not the natural side most guys want to go, but in this case, he gets away with it. But that's something they're going to want him to do the rest of this game.
Big strides. Look at him go. And he will score. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Falcons. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Now, a two-point conversion attempt coming. Penix going to throw again. And he will get into the end zone and put the lead up by 2 more.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy is better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. Now on the return, he has lost the football, and the defense has it. And when we talk about momentum and trying to stop negative momentum, it's moments like this. Not only did you just give up the big score, but now, Greg, they've got to get that defense back on the field after the fumble.
Yeah, and on one sideline, you're riding high. I mean, the last 2 plays could not have gone any better. And then on the other sideline, they couldn't have gone any worse. This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws. And
that is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Atlanta. Make it 2 touchdowns in the very first quarter of play. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the first quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Achane. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Tua will give it to Achan. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. They'll try and run it here. It's Achan. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Dolphins first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
Tua will get this one out wide to Tyreek. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. They'll stay on the ground with Achan. And he'll have the first down at the 26. So good job on the ground to keep this drive rolling.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Now a first down throw for Tua. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone. I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Tua. He's going to let this one go deep. And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They've opened up a big lead already, trying to put this one to bed maybe before halftime. Another drive starts here with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
There's a ton of time left in this game. They don't need to feel like this is desperation mode, but they do feel the urgency to get stops, and that sack's going to go a long way to getting them off the field here. Continue to come away giving up no points. Give the ball back to your offense and see if they can start chipping away.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. Now he's loose at the 40. And they will get him down at the 35-yard line.
Just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the first half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Penix. He fires downfield for Pitts. And he's into the end zone yet again. Kyle Pitts, touchdown Falcons. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye on this. 3 touchdown catches alone in the first half. Could be a record-setting game. On is Koo for the point after. The kick is good. And the Falcons are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Eskridge now to return it. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's going to try it here again. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down. They'll motion the tight end, Smith. On second down, here's Tagovailoa. And he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a sack and a loss of a couple.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. But the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket. When the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
And this sequence, not one to build on. He's going to lose yardage on the third down, and quickly it brings up fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
A fair catch taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And he has done everything. Could ask of him coming into this one. He's spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Let's add that to the list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense. But let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And that one incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now, deep ball for London. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. Throwing again, it's Penix. He fires it across his body, over the middle, and it's complete. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Penix. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. They pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. The gain is 18.
That's living a little dangerously here, Mike. On this side of the field, 4th down, there's nowhere to go with the ball. He's able to bail his coach out by making a play with his legs, but, man, that was a big gamble. But in this case, it paid off.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll go play action now with Penix. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll throw. It's Penix. The throw on the run is complete. And he's in. Drake London. Touchdown, Atlanta. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. So the numbers starting to pile up here early. We haven't reached halftime, and he's already thrown 4 touchdown passes. Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons stretch out this lead even more. It is